Hi everyone, my name is Sandra and welcome to my Udemy course. First things first, it's rather daunting being in front of the camera and the lights because as a makeup artist, we're usually behind the scenes. So this is quite scary. But secondly, I actually want to say the reason I'm doing this is because I really just want to educate people a little bit more. There are so many courses with makeup artists and how to do makeup. But one thing I find which is lacking is the question of why makeup is done a certain way. So you'll see people, applying eyeshadow, but nobody ever goes, why am I applying it that way? Or I think the biggest trend is contouring and eyebrows on fleek, but nobody explains why are they contouring their face that way and why are they doing their eyebrows that way. So I have taken the plunge and decided to do some tutorials for you guys on the Udemy channel, just to educate you a little bit and just explain why makeup is done a certain way and what are you trying to achieve. So the whys and whats would probably be our biggest questions. So I'm going to teach you the very basics from brushes. What's the point of which brush? How to apply blush? What's the purpose of eyeshadow and eyeliner? Contouring. Contouring is huge at this stage. Where to contour, where to highlight, how to do eyebrows on fleek, how to do that glamorous cat eyeliner, who can wear it, who cannot wear it, how to do light skin, dark skin, young skin, old skin. There's a whole variety of product knowledge and people knowledge I would like to teach you. Concealers, color correctors, liquid foundation, cream foundation. There's a complete different world out there. And just a bit of background with regards to who I am, because obviously you might not know who I am. I am a makeup artist that works in the production industry, in media, in print, commercials. I do weddings, I work with photographers, I do matric farewells, the general things. But my journey to become a makeup artist wasn't your stereotypical one. I was never a girly girl. I didn't grow up with makeup. I had no idea what makeup was, probably until the age of maybe 22, 23, when some friends of mine started talking about, back in the day, it was called base, like why don't I wear base? I was clueless to what base was. So my background is not of a case of where I want to become a makeup artist because I love makeup, I have a passion for it, it's my dream, I want to be a makeup artist. I didn't even know makeup artists exist. I was a pure tomboy. I left school, I studied accounting, I studied fitness and exercise science, I was a personal trainer, I taught classes at the gym, and the makeup world meant nothing to me. And then I got a job offer to work on international cruise ships as a personal trainer, and there my career started, because I went from a personal trainer, I went into the spa and worked my way up to a spa manager, and probably that's the first time I encountered makeup, because with the spa it's beauty. So you have your facials and your massages, your hairdressers, your nail technicians. So my world exploded because I was like, oh my goodness, there is so much more out there than accounting and fitness. So eventually, when I finished ships, I decided it's time to settle back on land. And I knew the only way to remain settled on land was to pay for something. I needed to study something and be committed to something, because I knew that if I paid for a course and I stuck to it for the next year or two, there was no way I would be tempted to go back to ships. But then the question came up of, what should I possibly study? I was clueless because I had no idea what I wanted to do. So my brother, who's actually a sound and lighting engineer, he was like, why don't you study makeup artistry? Because at work he sees the makeup artists and they all seem to be lovely people and they always seem to have a great job. And he's like, why don't you put your feelers out and maybe look into it and consider studying that, seeing that you want to study anything. And I was like, oh, a makeup artist. I was like, oh, okay, all right, let's look into this. Which I did. So to be honest, I studied makeup artistry not to get into the industry, but merely to stay on land and to stay in South Africa. I'm based in South Africa. And little did I know that I would really be good at it and I would excel in it. And I'd actually turned it into a career. I finished top of my class, I got my international exams. The minute I finished studying, I got a job offer with Estee Lauder, which then in turn led to working for production houses and news media agencies, and basically my career just exploded. And little did I ever think that makeup artistry is what I would be doing as a career. So my background into makeup artistry is not a conventional one at all, but I'm glad it happened. And I want to take my journey of how I became a makeup artist and what I learned, because even when I finished my school, I kind of got into the industry and I still wasn't sure of how things really work. And I want to share that with you and just guide you and help you into what makeup artistry really is. Like, what do people expect of you? What makeup should really look like? You know, instead of all the myths and everything you see on YouTube and all the tutorials you see, I would like to take your hand and just take you on this journey and show you how to do it the proper way, because anybody can be a makeup artist. But there's a fine line between being a brilliant makeup artist and just being somebody who can do makeup.